Hi guys, welcome back to the baseline. So imagine this, the lights in the press room go dark, the microphones click off, yet the surveillance camera in the corner, it keeps blinking. The lie leaves the podium, but the lens, it stays open. And that's America in 2025. The show ends, but the watching, it never does. And here's the quiet forecast. Next time someone says national security, they won't mean the border. They're going to mean you, because the same tools built to chase migrants are now learning your daily commute. Now, documents from 404 Media show ICE just bought access to two software suites, one called Tangles and another called WebLoc, built by PenLink, Cobwebs merger. So, $5 million for a platform that tracks hundreds of millions of phones. And it scrapes social media and builds a day-in-the-life file on anyone it decides to flag. This isn't abstract. That phone buzzing in your pocket, the one ordering lunch and calling grandma, just became part of a federal dragnet that doesn't need a warrant. Now, what started as immigration enforcement is now a subscription service for mass surveillance. And here's the twist of the whole thing. The people cheering small government built the biggest data net in modern day history. The same movement that once said, "Don't tread on me," just paid for the software to watch you tread. Now, we have to go back to 9/11. Remember how traumatic that was. Remember all the hysteria behind it. We created DHS and ICE as national security heroes. Now, 2 decades later, they're less like Minutemen and more like Meta with badges. You bought a smoke alarm and it started taking pictures of your living room. Or a landlord who installs a key drop for safety, then copies every key. That's how a surveillance state expands quietly and then little by little, permanently. The same government that lectures Beijing about digital spying now contracts Israeli AI companies to map American neighborhoods. Now, tell me that isn't the plot twist of a Cold War remake movie. Now, when Forbes and TechCrunch dug deeper, they found ICE already feeding these systems billions of location pings a day from commercial data brokers. Those same ad networks tracking your weather app, it's like a magician performing with your receipts. Now, you think you're watching the trick, but the trick is actually us. And even Senator Ron Wyden warned that the hand-picked security force is buying location data without warrants. Translation, they don't need your permission. They already have your phone plan. It's like giving the locksmith a copy of your diary because he fixed the door once, or a lifeguard who drains the swimming pool, the entire pool, just to make sure nobody drowns. It's ridiculous. It's the same logic J. Edgar Hoover used with the FBI wiretaps. Only this time, Hoover fits right in your pocket. So picture it. Picture a spy thriller where the villain isn't a shadowy agent. It's the terms of service you clicked to accept. And here's the moral betrayal of it all. Both parties built this. Bush signed the Patriot Act. Obama expanded it. Trump weaponized it. Biden normalized it. Different logos, same server farm. Each time Americans demanded safety, Washington instead offered surveillance with a side of silence. Now, ICE's new tool can fuse your Instagram tags, your GPS history, your friends list, even faces captured in public cameras. And they can do it into one continuous portrait called A Day in the Life of You. That's the bureaucratic poetry of control. It sounds so clinical, you forget it's your life that they're actually mapping. It's like discovering your Fitbit step counter is reporting to Homeland Security. They say it's for illegal immigration, but as the EFF exposed, These same contracts are used by local police and state patrols. Once the tech exists, it never stays in its lane. The barbed wire of surveillance is always expandable, like building a moat and then flooding the neighborhood just to keep the drawbridge useful. Now, you guys remember that guy called Edward Snowden? He warned us. He warned us about all of this. He was called a traitor, though. Now, those same programs are being outsourced to private contractors. So no one has to call it NSA anymore. We didn't shrink the surveillance state. We franchised it and outsourced it out. The same trick they pulled in '73. Different logo on the podium, but the results are there, right? Same results. But here's the quiet victory, though. People are finally reading the contracts. Groups like EFF and 404 Media are forcing disclosure line by line. They're peeling back the black ink so we can see the machine beneath the flag. And that matters because democracy dies not just in darkness, but in the default settings. Now, think of this moment like a heist film, but in reverse. We're not breaking in to steal secrets. We're breaking out to reclaim them. So the next time they say, we just need to keep America safe, ask yourself, safe from whom? And for whom? Because the next story isn't about ICE watching us. It's about whether we still see them. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching The Baseline. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do I have this all right? Do I have it all wrong? I read and reply to all the comments, and I value your guys' opinion. So thank you again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next round of The Baseline. All right, cheers, everybody.